Welcome back to the Dinar Chronicle, where we bring you the most timely updates, in-depth analysis, and crucial financial intelligence surrounding global currency shifts and revaluation trends. In today's urgent report, we're examining a topic that could have a massive impact on your financial future. The top 10 mistakes to avoid when exchanging Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong in 2025. As revaluation discussions intensify and whispers around international redemption processes gain traction, it's more important than ever to navigate this terrain with precision and awareness. We begin with a stark reality that many first-time currency holders are unaware of. Not all exchange opportunities are equal, and in the heightened environment of 2025, this disparity is even more pronounced. The first mistake, and perhaps the most dangerous, is rushing into an exchange without verifying the legitimacy of the redemption center or bank. With increasing reports of unauthorized agents posing as official exchangers, the risk of handing over your dinar or dong to a fraudulent source has never been higher. Always ensure the institution is federally recognized, has direct access to CBI or SBV rate screens, and is working in coordination with international financial compliance protocols. The second major pitfall is failing to understand the exchange tiers or private contract options. As of Q3 2025, several global currency exchange platforms, especially those operating under strategic alliances with the Quantum Financial System, QFS, have implemented tiered exchange structures. These often include preferred rates for early redeemers, those holding larger volumes, or those engaging through structured settlements. Exchanging at the street rate without exploring these options could mean missing out on significant returns. Investors are urged to consult with certified financial intermediaries who are familiar with the specific terms being offered across Tier 1 and Tier 2 banks. Third on the list is the issue of neglecting tax and legal guidance. Despite persistent myths in online forums suggesting RV earnings are non-taxable, the IRS and other global tax authorities have already signaled their intent to treat profits from currency revaluation as capital gains. This is no longer speculation, it's a fiscal reality. Exchangers who fail to prepare adequate documentation or consult with a tax attorney risk audits, penalties, or even legal proceedings. To mitigate risk, it's strongly advised to establish a pre-exchange tax strategy, possibly involving trusts or specialized asset protection vehicles. Another frequently overlooked mistake involves using personal bank accounts instead of newly created non-interest-bearing accounts or structured asset vehicles. Several Tier 1 financial institutions have introduced RV safe harbor accounts, which are specifically tailored to hold foreign currency exchange proceeds until full tax reconciliation and compliance reviews are completed. Depositing your funds into standard checking or savings accounts, especially those with daily transaction limits, could trigger red flags, hold periods, or even unwanted scrutiny from regulatory authorities and anti-money laundering divisions. The fifth mistake ties into timing. Many currency holders operate under the assumption that once the RV is live, they'll have weeks or even months to decide when to exchange. However, historical precedents and current insider leaks suggest that redemption centers may operate under short-term windows, ranging from 10 to 15 business days, especially for those seeking rates above the public rate. Delaying exchange based on market speculation or attempting to time the peak could result in forfeited opportunities. The moment the rate goes live, you must have a clear, executable plan. This includes knowing your nearest redemption location, scheduling an appointment where necessary, and having all personal identification and transactional paperwork in place. The sixth mistake is one of mindset, underestimating the psychological pressure and making impulsive decisions under stress. During the exchange appointment, there may be brief windows to accept or decline various structured offers, including contracts involving long-term payout schedules, non-disclosure agreements, or philanthropic contribution options. Without prior preparation or financial literacy, you could make decisions that severely limit your liquidity or control over your own assets. It's essential to rehearse possible exchange scenarios with your financial advisor and to understand your thresholds before you walk into the room. Seventh is failing to distinguish between the central bank posted rates and negotiated contract rates. In the current financial climate, the Iraqi Central Bank and the State Bank of Vietnam both post official rates daily, but these do not always reflect the rates being offered behind closed doors to high-volume holders or participants in select redemption programs. Assuming the publicly listed rate is the only one available reflects a lack of due diligence. If you've invested significantly, especially in quantities over 10 million IQD or VND, you likely qualify for tailored exchange terms, but only if you ask the right questions and go through approved channels. Another prevalent error, number 8, is neglecting to consider currency authentication protocols. As counterfeit activity has surged in parallel with revaluation rumors, redemption centers are on high alert. Currency holders who show up with bills that are even marginally out of spec, either in serial number format, printing style, or security strip composition, could have their entire batch rejected or quarantined for extended verification. It is absolutely critical to pre-verify your notes through a certified foreign exchange dealer or directly at a registered bank before your appointment. Keep all receipts and authentication documents, as these may be required during your exchange process. Ninth is the issue of incomplete KYC, Know Your Customer documentation. In a post-2023 financial regulatory environment, no institution will process large-scale currency exchanges without full compliance with AML, anti-money laundering, and KYC protocols. This means you need valid, unexpired government-issued ID, proof of address, and in some cases, explanation of currency acquisition including receipts or declarations. Arriving at your appointment with missing documents could delay or even cancel your transaction window. In high-demand moments, especially in early phases of revaluation, missing a window may mean missing the rate entirely. The 10th and final mistake may sound simple but has far-reaching implications. Publicly discussing your exchange plans or posting online about RV gains. A significant number of exchange participants have been flagged, delayed, or even denied access to Tier 1 rates due to online behavior that violates NDAs or raises red flags around group coordination. If you are involved in any currency-related Telegram groups, Facebook pages, or online forums, you must exercise discretion. Screenshots and digital footprints are easily tracked. Redemption centers will often scan social media and public records to assess risk profiles. Breaching this unspoken protocol could not only endanger your personal safety, but may disqualify you from certain private exchange options. To summarize, the 2025 financial environment is unlike anything we've previously encountered. With advanced banking technologies, evolving regulatory expectations, and a growing number of global stakeholders involved in the currency revaluation process, it is absolutely critical that you avoid these mistakes. This is not the time for assumptions or hearsay. It's a moment that requires informed, precise action grounded in real data, verified sources, and disciplined planning. If you are holding Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong and intend to participate in the upcoming exchange, do not wait for headlines to push you into action. The infrastructure is evolving in real time, and missing a window, whether due to paperwork, poor timing, or unverified partners, could result in massive losses. Connect with licensed financial experts, verify all procedures with your banking institution, and monitor central bank announcements regularly. Your future could very well be decided in the coming weeks.